Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wrestle Vault, and I'm your host, Salvador, coming to you live with the most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping update in WWE history. How could they? How could WWE sit back and let Rhea Ripley tear through the women's elimination chamber like a wrecking ball, leaving nothing but crushed hopes and broken bodies behind her? This isn't just dominance, this is flat-out daylight robbery. Fans, if you're just as fired up as I am about how Rhea Ripley ran over every single competitor, taking the shine away from hard-working superstars who gave everything they had inside that brutal steel structure, then hit that like button right now. Drop a comment below letting it all out, and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Because what went down inside that chamber wasn't just a match, it was a message to the whole roster, and now she's heading straight to WrestleMania to go head-to-head with the unstoppable Jade Cargill. But hold on tight, folks, because I've got an inside scoop that's going to make your blood boil even more. Word from behind the curtain says this matchup goes way deeper than just titles and glory. There's a personal score to settle, a hidden betrayal that could turn everything upside down at Mania. Stay with me all the way through this breakdown because by the time we're done, you'll be screaming for justice and you won't want to miss one single moment of this. Alright, Wrestling Universe, let's jump straight into the madness that went down at the Elimination Chamber. Picture it, the arena is buzzing with energy, the crowd going absolutely wild, and inside that cold, merciless steel structure, 6 of the toughest women in WWE are locked in and ready to scratch, kick, and fight their way into history. But from the second that bell rang, one thing was crystal clear. Rhea Ripley wasn't there to compete. She was there to take over, and take over she did. This Australian powerhouse, with her dark style and strength that seems almost unreal, came charging in like something out of a nightmare. And fans, if that doesn't get your blood boiling, just think about the underdogs who got pushed aside. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. Let's walk through this step by step, because this wasn't just a match. It was a one-sided beatdown dressed up as fair competition. The Women's Elimination Chamber got started with 2 women in the ring, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, trading hard hits that bounced off every chain in that structure. The pods opened up one after another, letting out Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, and finally the MAMI herself, Rhea Ripley. But here's where things start to get outrageous. Rhea didn't just walk in, she burst in like a cannon, hitting riptides left and right like everyone around her was made of paper. Can you believe it? Liv Morgan, who fought tooth and nail to come back from injury, gets thrown around like she meant nothing. Raquel, built like a tank, tries to go power for power, but Rhea fires back with a headbutt so sharp it cuts right through the noise. Just look at this incredible shot of Rhea right in the middle of the storm, throwing her arm up like she owns the place. That image right there tells the whole story. Her face locked in that fierce snarl, the referee scrambling to keep up, and the crowd behind her in total disbelief. It's maddening because as good as Rhea clearly is, the way she ran through everyone felt like the others were never meant to win. Naomi, lighting up the ring with her athletic style and smooth moves, lands a beautiful split-legged moonsault, but Rhea brushes it off like it was nothing. Tiffany Stratton, full of energy and flair, goes for her prettiest moonsault ever, only for Rhea to snatch her right out of the air and drive her straight into the pod wall with a crash that shook the whole arena. Becky Lynch, the man herself, puts up one heck of a fight, going for disarm hers and manhandle slams, but even she couldn't escape Rhea's relentless attack. Now let's get into the eliminations, because this is where the frustration really takes off. First to go, Naomi, after a tough back and forth, gets pinned after a brutal riptide right on the chamber floor. The crowd can't believe it. How do you send home someone with such a powerful comeback story that early? It felt like a kick in the teeth to everything she worked for. Then Raquel goes down. Her powerbomb attempt flipped into a chokehold that drains every bit of fight left in her. Liv Morgan sticks around longer, using her quickness to stay out of danger, but Rhea backs her into a corner and unloads a series of stomps that sound like thunder. Tiffany's next to go, her high-flying dreams stomped right out, and finally it comes down to Rhea and Becky. The two go at it in a thrilling final stretch, punches, suplexes, everything, but Rhea closes it out with a clean riptide and gets the 3 count. The bell rings, Rhea stands tall, pointing up at the WrestleMania sign while fireworks go off. But fans, is any of this really fair? Becky deserved so much better. She's carried that division on her shoulders for years. This win isn't just a victory, it's a loud statement. Rhea Ripley, already ruling as the Women's World Champion, has now locked in her spot at WrestleMania, where she'll put her title on the line against, you guessed it, Jade Cargill. Yes, you heard that right. The storm is on its way, and it has a name. But before we get to that massive clash, let's add a little more fuel to the fire with some background. Rhea's path to this point has never been clean. Remember her Judgment Day ties, the double crosses, the head games? She's not just a fighter, she's a chess player who bends the rules to fit her game. And this chamber win? It has a funny smell to it. People in the know are saying WWE Creative pointed the spotlight straight at Rhea, pushing others into the shadows just to build her up as some unstoppable force. If that doesn't make you want to drop your thoughts in the comments about how WWE books their shows, nothing will. Now let's shift over to Jade Cargill, the woman who's about to shake WrestleMania to its core. Jade came crashing into WWE like a force of nature, bringing that big, bold presence she built up in AEW. With a physique that looks like it was sculpted and a stare that could stop you cold, Jade's unbeaten run in AEW turned her into a legend. Now in WWE, she's been putting in work, teaming up with Bianca Belair, making noise, but this, going one-on-one with Rhea at Mania, that's a whole new level. And here's the inside twist that's been turning heads everywhere, and trust me, it's going to fire you up even more. People close to the locker room are saying Jade and Rhea have real-life tension that started after a heated moment at a recent house show. Apparently, Rhea threw some sharp words Jade's way, calling her overhyped AEW trash, and Jade shot right back, promising to run through her just like she ran through everyone else. This isn't just a match on paper anymore. It's personal, driven by pride and ego on both sides. Imagine the build-up. Promos where Rhea laughs off Jade's storm entrance, calling it barely a light breeze, while Jade stands tall with that powerhouse look that says everything without a single word. Check out this intense look from Jade that screams pure confidence. Look at that build, that sharp stare. It's the kind of look that would make anyone nervous. Jade isn't just strong, she thinks on her feet, using her size and reach to land crushing chokeslams and big boots. At WrestleMania, under those blinding lights in front of a screaming crowd of 100,000, this matchup could easily walk away as the best match of the night. But the frustrating part? There are rumblings that WWE might be setting Jade up to lose just to keep Rhea's reign going. Is that fair to someone like Jade, who has put in the work and earned her spot? Drop your predictions in the comments. Does Jade take the crown, or does Rhea keep running the show? Let's go back and look at the chamber match a little more closely, because every single elimination has a story worth telling. Starting with the pods, each woman locked inside, watching the chaos build up in front of them, the tension growing by the second. When Naomi came out of her pod, she lit the place up, all energy and personality from the moment she stepped in. But Rhea was waiting like a hunter, and she pounced fast. The way she picked Naomi up for that riptide, cold, hard, and over the top. Fans chanted, "This is awesome," but underneath all of that, there was something sad about it. Raquel's entrance briefly changed things. Her strength was a real match for Rhea's, and the two went back and forth in a way that rattled the entire structure. But Rhea smarts won out. She stepped aside from a charge and sent Raquel head first into the steel. Just outrageous. Tiffany Stratton, with that gymnastics background and natural showmanship, twisted and flipped like nobody's business. Her moonsault from the top of a pod onto a group of competitors, that was something special. But Rhea caught her, put her down, and pinned her with a smirk on her face. That's not competition, that's showing off at someone else's expense. Liv Morgan showed real heart, slipping out of riptide attempts, landing oblivions, but Rhea just kept coming and eventually wore her out. And Becky? Oh, Becky fought like her life depended on it. That fire from Ireland burning as bright as ever. The crowd was standing for every nearfall, but Rhea's final riptide put an end to all of it. After the match, Rhea grabbed the mic, "Mommy's going to Mania, and nobody's going to stop me." The nerve of it! Now onto what all of this means for WrestleMania. Rhea versus Jade isn't just a match, it's two different worlds colliding. Rhea stands for the tough, raw, no-nonsense side of women's wrestling, pure strength wrapped around sharp technique. Jade is the complete package, fast, powerful, and built for the big stage. Their styles are made to clash, Rhea grinding things down versus Jade blowing the roof off with big, powerful moves. But the twist? Word is getting around that Judgment Day might stick their noses in, turning this into an all-out brawl. Or maybe Jade brings in someone like Bianca for backup, and what starts as a tag situation slowly becomes a personal one-on-one story. No matter how it plays out, this match could shape the women's division for a long time to come. To keep the fire going, let's look back at how Rhea got here. She grabbed the title at WrestleMania 39, taking down Charlotte Flair in a match people still talk about, then held it against everyone who stepped up. Zelina Vega, Natalya, the whole list. Her reign has been powerful, but some feel it's gone on a little too long without a fresh challenge. Enter Jade, new energy with a 60-0 record from AEW. Her WWE debut at Fastlane had everyone buzzing, but the feeling is she hasn't been used to her full potential.
This Mania spot is her moment to show the world what she can do. But if Rhea walks away with a dirty win, the reaction from fans is going to be massive. So, are you on Team Rhea or Team Jade? Let us know in the comments. Looking back at the Chamber's atmosphere, the event took place in Perth, Australia, Rhea's home country, and that gave her a boost that felt almost unfair. The crowd was fully behind her, chanting MAMI while giving the cold shoulder to everyone else. Does a home crowd give someone an edge that the others just can't fight through? It sure looks that way, and it's hard not to be frustrated by it. The production was stunning though. Laser lights cutting through the dark, the heavy sound of the chamber moving and locking, big entrances backed by fireworks. But beneath all that flashing color, the cuts, the bruises, and the exhaustion on those women's faces remind you that what they do is real and it costs them something every single time. Predicting how Mania plays out, Rhea comes out of the gate strong, using her ring experience to keep Jade on the ground.